Hello and welcome to Unboxable Kings. My name is Joshua, and if you're new to this channel, the mission here is to help unbox the king that lives inside of you. And if you are returning to consume this content, I appreciate you being here. It means a lot and I'm grateful for it. Thank you. And in this video, I want to talk about navigating the ever treacherous path to self-acceptance and learning to play to our strengths in this world and tapping into them, because inherently a lot of us don't do that. In fact, we often spend a lot of time doing things that we're not necessarily good at because we're either taught that way or it's so we don't shine, so we're not seen. There's many reasons we're going to get into it, but I want to share this concept with the intention of helping you start to navigate that path to self-acceptance more efficiently, because then you can live from that energy and your life should, can't say definitely, but it should improve. And I pretty much guarantee it actually will, but you have to be careful with claims on the internet, don't you? So, to help share this concept, I want to get into story time. The cat's just left. He normally likes story time, but I want to share a story because it's a good way to teach, and I like teaching. So, I moved off grid for a while with the wife, and when we moved into a year at the back of a farm, we cut everything out: business, Wi-Fi, phone, energy, all of this. It was all gone. And we had a good time. It was difficult off-grid, and eventually we moved back on-grid. And when we did, it was like square one for me. I was in a new country. I didn't really have a pre-existing network here. And I was like, right, follow the core principles of commerce, add value to the marketplace, charge for the value, get the result, rinse, repeat, testimonials, improve. Very basic. Commerce can be very basic. It doesn't have to be super complicated. It can be simple. So with that in mind, I was assessing the local market, and I realized that a lot of businesses in this area didn't know how to do social media marketing, automation, video production, emails, all this that I'd done in the past, had experience at. It's pretty okay results within that too. So I set up an agency, like a cool thing to do. And following those core principles, I quickly attracted clients, put myself out there a little bit, not too much, but a little bit, enough to get a handful of paying clients. And it was going okay. After doing it for 18 months, I'd scaled up. I had some solid clients in the local area, and I'd also attracted some online through the same sales message. And it was going pretty good. But my client churn rate was actually a lot higher than I wanted it to be. I was having to look for new clients pretty consistently, and that's never a good sign, especially if the clients aren't recurring. And what was happening, they would usually do 2 contracts with me and then move on. And when that was happening, I was like, it's got to be something happening. There's got to be a disalignment here. So I gave myself space, took myself through the coaching protocol that I do and did with clients, gave myself space and started to assess, why is this happening? What is causing this? And when I sat with myself and I was really honest, I was not getting my clients the best results for what they were paying me for. And the guru-y SMMA, or whatever the acronym world is, they make it out that you like tip up and you just write 5 emails and people will keep paying you. But in the real world of business, you actually have to be good at what you're doing, and you have to add value and revenue back into the business. And I was doing that. That's why I usually got 2 contracts, and people also liked having me around, which I'll touch on in a minute. But my results really just weren't that good for that specific service I was providing. So I was like, why is this happening? And why do they keep me around? Why do they like me, but why are they not wanting to pay me more? And why am I not naturally just drawing in more clients via referrals? So I looked at what I was actually doing for them, why they liked me, and what I realized is that my strengths, my gifts that I was given to them, was helping them work through their limiting beliefs. I was helping them, give them new belief, new hope, clarity, trajectory, velocity in their business, giving them new ideas, new ways of thinking, new plans, new schemes. And they were like, oh, this is good. But they weren't paying me for that. They were paying me for the stock, email, video, whatever, add revenue to my business. So there was this disalignment, right? And when I realized that and I started to recalibrate it, I was like, well, why is that happening? And why it was happening was because I was not accepting and acting on the gifts that I have. And this is why it's the journey to self-acceptance, because there's a strange phenomena. Maybe you've had this in your own life, maybe you currently have it, where you are really good naturally at something and it feels very easy. So because it's natural and easy, it almost feels like you shouldn't be getting paid for that. And if you have the belief, like I did for a while, that work has to be difficult, making money has to be difficult, you got to grind, then that belief contradicts the belief that I should do what is natural and easy for me and beneficial for others and just let it flow into me. Do you see that? This is a very common paradigm. And it's interesting because I've helped other people out of this paradigm. So to see me stuck in it, I was like, this has got to change. I've got to navigate this journey and accept what I am good at. And I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And this happens sometimes with my coaching clients too, where even though there's a delay period between actually acting on the new awareness, it's just what it is. It's like a plant. You change the soil and the fertilizer sometimes, so it takes a little bit of time to change the fruit. It's just what it is. So I kind of put that off and then got new clients, and the same thing happened again, but the money was pretty good because I'm good at making deals. So the money was good and it was paying for our life. And, I haven't had a job for like a decade or whatever, but that was continuing on that story. And then just like that, within 2 days, I lost all clients, all very amicable separation, because they were really appreciative of what I'd done in terms of giving them the confidence, belief, reducing their limiting beliefs, setting them off on their heart-centered mission. They were grateful for that, but they were like, but we can't pay you for the marketing. We can't pay you for the automation and the videos. So I was like, back at square one again. And when I was there, this is recent, this is like 10 weeks ago, I was like, okay, so what am I going to do now? Where am I going to operate from now? And I was like, well, if I was coaching somebody else to do this, what I would do is ask them to make a list of what they're really good at and then do that. So I made a list of what I'm really good at, which is, as I've already said, and this is kind of like a sales pitch for myself, because you've got to do that. When you're on the self-acceptance journey, you have to tell people repeatedly what you're good at, otherwise they won't know, and it doesn't have to be weird. What I'm good at is helping people build confidence, unshakable belief, giving them new ideas, holding them in a loving energy to figure out their limiting beliefs and what could be stopping them, and then offering them challenges to make them pivot into that new path. That's what I'm good at. So I was like, how do I do that? How do I leverage that? And it dawned on me that really for the last decade, I've been attracting other men into my life who need that exact service. But including the clients that I was doing emails for and video for, but I was charging them for emails and video instead of being like, you dude, let's strip all of that out. Let's do this. Let's build your confidence this way, blah, blah, blah. Do you see? So I was like, how do I do that? And what is that? And that's where the Unboxable Kings came from. That's how it manifested in my mind. I was like, what am I really doing with that skill set? And it's taking the boxed in man that's trapped, knows he wants more. I have the gift, and my mom helps me see this. I don't often suggest to men that they get advice from their mom or input from their mom when they are an adult, because it's blurred grey area, but they can be useful when done correctly. And she was like, Josh, you just see people and you see what they're good at, you see where they need help. And I was, thanks, Mom. And that's where this came from, so I just kind of went all in on it. And I've launched a coaching program and service off the back of this, which you can see below. It's really good. And I know based on all the previous results that my new clients are going to get even better results, because I'm coming from an energy of like, I'm really good at this. You're going to get results. You're going to pay me for the results. And then I'm going to attract more people. And I've had spots of this throughout the last 7 years, especially, where men have wanted to pay me for that work, but I've kind of put it off because I've been like, no, money has to be hard. Work has to be difficult. I can't play to my skills and strengths. And for some reason, that's a phenomena that the human experiences. Or maybe it's just me and the 70-ish other clients that I've seen have that to some degree. I think it's a big enough sample size. So I wanted to make this video and share this story because I want you don't have to do my coaching. Obviously, I can't help everybody anyway. I'm just one man. But through video, you can. It's ultimate leverage. It's that if you're watching this, I strongly encourage you to tune into what you're good at, what you find very natural, what you like to do as a kid, what other people often asked you to do for them, what you the activity that you do when time goes the fastest, it makes you feel the most whole and is easy for you. Find what that is and do more of that. And at the same time, find what is difficult, challenging, you're not that good at, doesn't come to you naturally, but maybe you think it's going to make you more money because it's hard and then you're worthy of doing it. Or I don't know. There's limiting beliefs and it's going to be different. You have to unpick them. But focus on this stuff instead and just see the difference it makes in your life. See how much more energy it gives you. See how many more doors it opens. Because when you tune into the heart, you tune into the gifts that I believe God gave us. I believe that we are all creatures of oneness and we all come inherently different with different skill sets and strengths. You know, I'm not going to be a basketballer, 5'9", 157 pounds, dog. You know what I'm saying? So find that, tune into it, operate from that place and just see how different it makes, because we can put boxes up around us of operating this other way and there's just no need to do it. There's no need to do it. So that was the first intention. The second intention is that if you are looking to unbox the king that lives within you and you believe that out of all the people in the world, I could be the one to guide you and offer my gifts to you in exchange for fiat currency so I can, you know, feed my family and shit like that and buy trucks and help other men. Just telling you, you know how it is. There will be a link below this video that will take you through to our service where you can text me and we can talk and we can set things up. They were my two intentions because I really like what I'm doing. I really believe in what I'm doing and I want you to live from that place too, because it's good and the world needs more of that. And you have a strength and a skill that nobody else has, that nobody else can do it just like you. You're one of one. You're the N of one. And if you understand that and live that, amazing magic can happen. Thank you very much for listening. It's been a tirade. Please let me know in the comments what value you found here, if it's unlocked any doors, if it's changed something in your mind, if it's a message that you think you could share with somebody that would benefit from it, please do so. And I really appreciate you being here. Thank you very much for watching. Stay free and live as the king you are meant to be. I've been Joshua. This has been Unboxable Kings. And I appreciate you and wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Much love. Peace.